I might lose some of you on this one, but hear me out. You've just started a new world in Minecraft Java Edition. Most of the time, according to posts by several Reddit users, you're most likely to spawn in a forest or plains biome. That means your wood resources will be only birch and oak. I will start right away with one of my famous assertions that I know you all love so much. Even if you build nothing else here at your spawn point, you should build a house here. The reason being, if you die in Minecraft, you will respawn here. Although you can make a bed and sleep through the night, if you pick up this bed or your bed is destroyed by a creeper blast, then you'll lose that respawn point. So it's a good idea to have a house here with a bed, armor, tools, food, and supplies. But first, before you move from this spot, open your debug menu by pressing F3, look down at your feet, and press F2 to take a snapshot. These coordinates are within 10 blocks of your true spawn point. If you're in Bedrock Edition, you can enable show coordinates in the World Options menu. The house that you build here must be a house that you can sleep in, even if enemies are right outside. The player cannot sleep in a bed if enemies are within 8 blocks of the player horizontally or 5 blocks vertically. Because zombies, skeletons, and creepers are 2 blocks high, this means the player must be more than 7 blocks off the ground to sleep above enemies on the ground. So our starter house needs to have a bedroom on the 8th block off the ground. Therefore, our starter house will need to be 2 or 3 stories high. Spend the first few days making iron or stone tools, and then gather up all the materials you see here. You'll also want some dirt blocks for pillaring up, if you don't have access to bamboo right away. You'll want to build a house within 24 blocks around your spawn point. This is because if you respawn here at nighttime, the closest enemy will spawn at least 24 blocks away from you. If enemies spawn between you and your starter house, you've lost all the advantage of building a starter house at spawn. However, the block you respawn at can be within a 10 block radius of your true actual spawn point, which can only be determined using a compass. If we account for half the spawn radius, then the entrance of your house should be closer than 19 blocks away from your original spawn coordinates. I'm using the Minihud mod to add a 19 block radius shape to my world with the center at spawn. Or you can just lay out blocks every other space in lines running 19 blocks from your spawn point. I've done some terraforming on this hill that's within the radius, and this is where I'll build the starter house. Inside the radius, let's lay out an easy 7x9 foundation made out of cobblestone and andesite. Notice I placed an oak log at each of the 4 corners and a 5th in the back center. The front door will go over here on the opposite side. And don't forget to put a torch in the middle to prevent mob spawning while you build. Let's start framing the house with oak logs. Place 3 more on top of each log in the floor. Now place another log on top of the corner post, crouch and move backwards to place a log sideways overhanging the front of the house, and then take out this log and replace it going sideways. Continue this horizontal beam to the back of the house and 1 more past the back post. Add a cross beam from beside this log over to the center, and on top of this post, do the same trick to make the log face out the back of the house. Then run a beam from here to the front of the house. Run a cross beam from the second log back to the first corner, and then another over to the final corner. Do the horizontal beam trick with the log here and run another beam to the back of the house and extend it by 1. Finally, connect this gap with another beam. Now run oak slabs between each of these extended logs to form little overhangs. This architectural practice is called jettying and is a recognizable feature of many medieval buildings from the 16th century, intended to allow houses to have more space upstairs. Fun fact, jettying was outlawed in European countries because they believe it contributed to spreading the Black Plague. Let's continue our framing. On top each of these corners of the overhangs, raise 3 more oak logs. Raise them on these middle logs as well, and also raise 3 oak logs in the center of each side of the house. Now we want horizontal beams running front to back across the sides of the house and across the middle of the house as well, all with connecting beams between. We are now ready to frame the roof, and I'm going to do it with oak stairs. You can also do it with cobblestone if you prefer, or with cobble deep slate if you've somehow dug down to Y0 within the first few days of the game. Move to the corner and place a stair next to the top log like this, and then one beside it, and an upside down one behind it. Place another on top of this upside down stair, and repeat this 3 more times on each side of the roof. Place one more stair on top of each side, and then aim down and at the inside top of the stair like this to place an upside down stair between them. Place an oak slab on top of this stair. You have framed here the classic gable roof, which was the most common type of roof for houses throughout the Middle Ages. Now go to the opposite side of the roof and erect the same frame. Run an oak log post between the 2 upside down stairs, and then top this log with oak slabs. Inside each of the frames, let's come in 2 blocks from the corner and place another vertical post made of oak logs, 2 blocks tall, on each side. We should have a nice 3-block gap in the middle. Now run stairs across these gaps by placing them next to each other while standing very close to the last one you placed. Every once in a while I like to throw a full oak plank between the stairs to break up the pattern monotony, but this is optional. The house is now ready for walls, and we're going to use birch planks and strip birch logs. Across the front of the house here, place birch planks on every other block. This is the doorway, so skip over and put a birch stair here in the middle and then another between these planks. On top each solid plank, raise 2 birch logs and then right-click them with your axe to strip them. Place an oak door like this from inside so that the doorknob is on the left. From outside, place an oak stair above the door. This makes the doorway look a little taller. Run a line of dirt blocks from the stairs across and below both windows. Above each of these stairs, we're going to place oak trapdoors on the upper beams and on top of the stair and open them both to form a window. Please note that if you're building this in a village or near villagers, you'll want to replace this top trapdoor with the stairs, or else the villagers will spend their entire day standing in this window frame trying to walk through these trapdoors. On this side of the house, we're going to place a full plank, a stair, and then 3 full planks. Top each full plank with birch logs and strip them. And then fill the window with oak trapdoors. On the back of the house, we're going to create a window treatment in this 3-wide gap, and the back door will go over here to the right. As with the front door, it will make more sense if you aim down into the left when placing the door so that the handle is to the right. For this final side, we will have no windows or doors. Just fill the bottom with planks, top them with birch logs, and strip them to form a solid wall. That's because this wall is where the staircase will go inside the house, and we're ready for that now. Starting at the top, place an oak stair against this log. Come down the wall with more stairs to the bottom. Now go behind the stairs and fill in with upside down stairs. Go upstairs and fill this 2-wide gap with oak slabs, and fill this 3-wide gap the same. Don't forget to place a torch if you haven't already. From here, place an upside down stairs against this log and then come around and place the stairs on top of it. Place more stairs going up the wall until they reach this top beam. Place an oak slab behind this upside down stair and then fill in this 2-wide gap with slabs. Then place a single oak slab here above the stairs. Now fill this other area with oak slabs too. And don't forget to go upstairs and place a torch if you haven't already. We're ready to add the walls to the second level. Behind the stairs here, place 2 birch planks to either side, and place 2 birch logs on top each and strip them. Then stand in the gap facing in, jump and place a birch stair below you. Then crouch, jump, and place an oak trapdoor beneath you. Crouch and place another trapdoor above. Climb back inside and close the trapdoors. You want to repeat the operation I just showed you on these 2 front 3 wide areas and also over here on the side wall. For these 2 sections of wall, just fill in the bottom with planks and the top with stripped birch logs. Build another window frame here at the bottom of the stairs, and add another solid wall here alongside the stairs. For the top level, place birch planks in these little gaps to either side, and then build another birch window frame here, just like we did on the second level. Do the same on this other side. Place a lantern hanging from this log to ward off evil, or maybe the Black Plague. Go out the back door, place another lantern overhead to the right. You can do whatever you want with this backyard, fence it in, farm wheat, breed livestock, or just grow some grass. We're going to heat the first 2 floors by placing an array of furnaces and smokers in a stack against this center post on the back wall. Yes, we're going to reclaim some materials by chopping through this post, then go upstairs. Fill this gap with cobblestone and then place another array of furnaces here and chop through this post. Fill this little gap behind the furnaces with another birch plank and strip birch logs. Finally, go to the upper level and knock out this stair. Pillar up on a mix of cobble and andesite and continue until you're a full block above the slabs on the roof. Then hop off. Place a campfire on top of this chimney, then place a cobblestone wall on top of it. Surround the campfire with birch trapdoors and raise them. And good luck getting off of this rooftop. Decorate the inside however you like, but please include plenty of storage, because that and the bed are the main reason you built this thing. Here's a quick walkthrough. I threw stairs outside the 2 front side windows to act as flower shelves and a nice flower box here under this window. Inside, I threw a barrel and chest under the stairs, and over here another chest with a table and chairs and cake. Carpets make things homey, and over here is a little crafting area and brewing station with a cauldron. I hung photos along the stairs, and then on the second floor is another brewing station, crafting table, and stone cutter. These barrels stacked sideways resemble cupboards for small item storage, especially with these full blocks above. Then I fit 9 double chests in this nook next to the furnace array, and a composter under this leaf, which is both functional for bone meal and also looks like a big indoor fern. More photos going up the stairs to the top level, and now hopefully you can see why we didn't run stairs inside the roof. There just isn't room. I've filled these crawl spaces with more barrels for storage and equipment. That way if you die, you can suit back up in your backup gear and head out again. The section behind the desk I just filled with solid planks, however, and I've added a little writing desk here for journaling, chiseled bookshelves for storing the books you write, and then here is your bed, a full 10 blocks off the ground, guaranteeing that you can sleep at night even if the house is surrounded by mobs. Except for spiders, of course. Don't let spiders follow you back to your house. Shoo! Go away. Go away.